Let's call this person Mari. Mari and I were good friends and we worked together in Jo-Ann Fabrics. Mari and my other coworkers knew I cosplay a lot. The coworkers were okay with it, and they think it's neat. Mari doesn't. In fact, she hates cosplay. She hates everything considered nerdy like DC and Marvel Comics, Star Wars, Star Trek, etc. She constantly talks shit about cosplayers and how we're freaks and losers with too much time on our hands. And it's not Halloween, why are you dressing up in public? Which grates on my nerves because if I had $1 for every time I heard that, I wouldn't be working in retail. Now last year, I was talking with coworkers about Halloween, and of course, being Jo-Ann employees, we talked about making costumes. I told them I had made a Princess Belle dress, with hand-beaded bodice, and hand-glued all the rhinestones, and hand-styled the wig and wore it to a New Orleans con. I showed them pictures, and they were in awe that I made that all in 4 months. Mari saw this and asked if she could wear it for Halloween. I was naive, and I told her that I'd bring it into work the next morning. Now the dress itself is in a huge vinyl garment bag. The wig is in a hat box, shoes in the shoe box. Petticoats are in the space bag, accessories are in the fitted jewelry box. I bring this all into work and I help Mari put it all in her car. She thanked me and all was well. Until I got the costume back. 3 months after Halloween. I finally put my foot down and demanded my costume back, or else I'd take her to court for theft. So she brings my costume back. The bodice was purposefully cut, because it didn't properly lace up to her body. The skirt itself had a giant hole in it. Half of the rhinestones were peeled off. There were puke stains and some kind of green liquid stain. I can't even recognize the wig anymore, it was so badly tangled. The gloves looked like they had been torn up in a shredder. The lace had gaping holes in it. Half of the petticoats were torn and the other half was just not there. And the brooch that I had used is nowhere to be found. And the shoes were muddy and the heel in one of them was broken. All of this in one black trash bag. I was livid. She denied that some of the pieces were missing and nothing was torn, and she claimed it was all dry cleaned, when it was obviously wasn't, and claiming I was overreacting. I spent over $500 to get that all done and she ruins it. I demanded full compensation, but she claimed she didn't have to, and that it was my fault this happened. I told her she could borrow it for Halloween. Not fucking 3 months, and for her to trash it. I wanted so badly to take her to court. Because this is a copyrighted character, I knew she would counter-sue for copyright infringement. At that point, Mari and I are no longer friends, and I wanted to dropkick her into a comp mole. After that, Mari's opinion of cosplay worsened. She even began to compare me to heroes of cosplay. She openly harasses me at work now. Fast forward to today. Again, my coworkers and I are talking about Halloween costumes, and they asked me what I had in store for this year. I told them that I had just finished a Cinderella from the new film, and was finishing up my Prince kit for my boyfriend, because we were planning on wearing it to the Emerald City Comic Con in Seattle next year, and showed them the pictures of my dress. 4 days it took me to make the dress. Butterflies were hand-painted, again hand-embellished. I even dropped $60 for the shoes. And then Mari sees the picture. After the way she treated me and the cosplayers who came into the store, she just gushes over how pretty it is, and asked me where I bought it from. I told her I had made it, and she denies that I made it even though I showed her and my coworkers progress pictures. And then she drops the bomb. Well, Halloween is a Saturday. Can I borrow it? I'll totally pay you. Like it's as if last year's disaster never happened. Now she's being so sickly sweet to me and seeing me as a fucking Spirit Halloween costume rental. I flat out told her, after what you did last year, I will not lend you or rent out costumes to anyone. Besides, I'm wearing this with my boyfriend on Halloween for my niece's birthday party. Mari gets defensive as if she owes the right to take it from me and rebuts. But I can pay you for it. Why are you being so selfish? I want to wear it. At this point, I lose it and I yell at her. Then make it your goddamn self. I am not your personal costume shop. I am not your seamstress. And after the way you treated me and my costume last time, I have every right to deny the access to my belongings. I spent over $700 on the fabric for the dress. That is all Swarovski crystals on that dress. I dropped $60 for the shoes and another $80 for the wig commission. Why should I let someone who harasses me at work wear something I spent days making? You want a 2015 Cinderella dress? Well, Spirit Halloween and Party City are 3 blocks down. She just says, "Fuck you and your ugly costume," and walks out of the break room. I am so glad my coworkers were there to see all of this, because they used to think Mori was really sweet. No, she's manipulative. This is why some cosplayers hate Halloween. Unless you are ready and willing to sell your soul to us, and we can trust you to bring back the costume in the shape it was in, if not better, we don't owe you jack shit. And why should we? 364 days out of the year, we're called freaks. One day of the year, we're treated as costume rentals.